Welcome to the Heal Yourself podcast, where we dive deep into all things healing. I'm Denise, a speech language pathologist and a self love coach for adults and teens.
And I'm Kira, a traditional naturopath and functional nutritionist, and we're here to guide you through the transformative process of healing your body, mind, and soul.
From the latest in functional medicine to nurturing your relationship with yourself, healing trauma, and even transforming your money story, we're here to empower you with the knowledge and tools to create lasting change.
So whether you're looking to heal physically, emotionally, or spiritually, join us as we explore the many paths to wholeness and wellness. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Heal Yourself podcast. And today you got Kira and Denise.
Oh my goodness, I feel we haven't recorded in a minute.
We haven't. Welcome to summer. We haven't recorded in a minute because
That's crazy. So it's kind of like weird, like sitting here and doing this. So if we act weird,
we always act weird. This is nothing new.
we just need to, excuse us. Yeah, so today, I know I brought this topic on, I sent to this topic a while back. It was about life is meant to be enjoyed. Like, don't take life too seriously. I really don't know what triggered that. However,
It
it's a
came to you,
nice,
so it's important.
exactly. And I just feel that, I mean, me included, we take, yeah, that happened on May 30th. I just saw that when I sent it to you, and you're like, perfect. So I think we do take life very seriously, and we just get too caught up in the seriousness of it that we forget to have fun. And I feel that if we make it heavy, then it is heavy. But if we make it light, and even when things are shitty, I'm not saying that they're gonna have to be good all the time, but even when things are shitty and you kind of go about it in a lighter way, or you get like maybe I don't want to say make a joke out of the shitty situation, but like have fun in the process and understand that life is meant to be enjoyed. There isn't a destination or a place to get. I feel that we put too much emphasis on when this happens, I will be.
No, I agree. And I mean, just take a look around at society and how many people can't joke, they don't smile, their heads are in their phones. Like, I don't remember if I shared, I'm sure I shared this with you, but I don't know if I shared it on the podcast. But it stood out to me. I'll never forget, we were vacationing and we're in Houston, and I was standing in line at Old Navy, of all places. And the line was kind of weird. Like, we couldn't tell which way. Like, I wasn't the only one. There was a woman who was standing in line. I got behind her, and then someone else got behind me and another person, and the line was kind of going out in one way, but it could have gone the other. So another one comes in on the other side, and she's looking and she's like, "Are you in line?" And we all kind of look at her, and someone said, "Yeah." And she goes, "But the line's over here." And she's like, "Oh, well, I couldn't tell. Like, it looked like the line was going this way." But like the woman would not let it go. She's like, "Oh my God, this is what's so wrong with people." Like, she was going on and on and on. And I'm like, "It's a freaking line." And she looked at me, and I'm not saying this was the right thing to do, but it was my knee-jerk reaction. She looked at me and she goes, "Oh my God." And I just rolled my eyes at her, which I know was not the right thing, but I'm like, "You are being ridiculous. Like, I am not going to agree with you, lady. You are taking this too serious. It is a line at Old freaking Navy." But that is how
Exactly.
so many operate. Like,
Just get over it.
it's a like, if you're that bent out of shape over this, what's the rest of your life? How is that impacting your health, your relationships, everything? Like, you cannot be happy if you're so upset about the line went the wrong way at Old Navy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, I get it. So it's just, it's very, um, I don't know. I don't want to give so many details because I don't know if that person listens, but I'm planning something with this person, and like it's I don't want to even say what it is because if she listens, she'll know. But like the thing is, it's like we're planning something fun. Okay, let's put it this way. We're planning something fun, and it's like the unfun things, like, oh, we must have this, we must have this. I'm like, dude, we're trying to relax, and you keep adding rules to the relaxation. That is not relaxing, and it's only like a few days. So it was just like yesterday. But then I used to be like that though. When I was reading her messages, I was like, oh my God, that's like me reading my own self. I feel sometimes, God sends you these people to remind you of how you were, and thank God I don't operate that way. So it was just kind of like, stop taking too seriously. We're trying to have fun or planning something to have fun. Like it's okay to go with the flow. And I feel sometimes we just add too many restrictions to the flow. So it's really not flowing. It just keeps interrupting. And so this is where we want to tell you, like, look at areas in your life and see where you're not having as much fun in it, or you're just taking everything too seriously, from work to health to relationship to just day to day to vacations. You know how like some people they go on vacation and they have to have everything planned, and if it's not planned this the way, and that's how I used to be, absolutely. And then when I let that go, there's just so much fun into the not knowing and into the uncertainty. Have an idea. I'm not saying just go up on
Hmm.
go to vacation not having an idea. Have an idea what you want to do, but if you couldn't do something at 10:30 a.m., it's not going to ruin your day. And I feel that a lot of us do that.
Yeah. I mean, spontaneity itself is fun. And if you're someone that's like, "Oh my gosh, I don't like being spontaneous. I don't like the change." Fine, but still be looking at where you're taking life too serious. Like think about when you were a kid, right? Kids are rarely serious. They're playing, they're having fun. They make a game out of everything. And like parents stifle that to an extent, right? There's boundaries, but like do you remember as a kid, like did you ever put like blow bubbles out of your nose with things, or like
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
I'm
I don't
saying, or like
remember, but yeah,
bubbles in your milk. Like I was an 80s kid, like you had to have a glass of milk and it was like I'd blow bubbles. And I don't
bubbles.
think my
Yeah.
parents stopped me from that, but like you would see people at restaurants being like, "Don't do that and don't do this." And I'm like, "But kids are having fun. Why can't we have fun too? Why do we have to be so serious? Why are we so focused on what other people might think about what we're doing?" Or you know what I mean? Like yes, there's a balance. Don't let your kids run through the restaurant and, start ripping things down, but like take a nod from them. They make games, they make fun out of everything, but somewhere for a lot of adults, we stop doing that. And think about the consequences of that. Like it ripples into everything. And you guys always, I always take a health spin, but like think about it. Then you're in a stressed out state. Then you're impacting cortisol and blood sugar and all of that. And I know a lot of our listeners are here because they want spiritual health, but they also want physical health. And so they're not disconnected. You
No,
can't
they're
go out there
not.
taking everything too serious. I mean, we don't take this
Yeah.
podcast serious. We
No, we
do
sure
because
don't.
we're committed and we show up. That's serious for us, but we have fun when we're
Right.
on here.
Yeah. And then our topics just go how they go. And we really sometimes like, I mean, we're not scripting anything. We may have
Hmm.
pointers, but most of the times we don't even have pointers. We just have the topic and we go with it. And we realize that this works a lot more than, having a lot. Because sometimes when we have too many pointers to discuss, it just becomes so rigid and not. And I think how you and I are making this podcast more of a conversation, kind of
Yeah.
like how we leave voice messages to each other, and that's how it's really 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 important to just, we take things so seriously, like in general, people, about anything, and the other day I think I got this topic because I was talking to my intern who now became an employee because she just graduated. um, I think she was stressing over something that was very like, I'm like, dude, just go with the flow. Don't worry about it. Just be okay with it. I was just giving her that. And I realized like how much we take everything
Hmm.
seriously, and even sometimes if you are at work and you really don't like some aspects of work, but you can come up with something that is more fun to even think about or to do. I I don't know. I just feel like we can find something to add to anything that we're taking too seriously.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. And I'm going to throw our listeners back to an episode we just did with Jenny. I think it was 2 episodes ago that we released
Mm-hmm.
it. She talks about how creativity strengthens our intuition, but if we're taking life too serious and we're not throwing in the play, the fun, the joy, whatever, we're not able to be creative. I mean, think about it. If everything is so scripted, so serious, where is there any creativity in your life? There's not. And now you've blocked intuition, which is not a good
Yeah.
thing.
Right. And then people might say, well, I don't have time for this crap. We're not telling you to dedicate time for this. We're just wanting you to just anything in your life. Like you can be in the car, right? And then you can be driving and then you get in your thoughts. Just put some music on instead of getting in your thoughts and start singing out loud and dancing. That might bring a little bit of joy and then take you away from the subconscious thinking that's just going in a wheel. Or it could be while you're washing the dishes, while you're folding the laundry, and put something funny, like watch a funny show instead of watching the news, for example, right? I know my dad loves to watch Friends at night, and I just love it because he just be laughing and again, he works a lot, but then he finds a way like at night to just like, let loose and have fun and watch Friends. And some of the episodes that literally he's watched like so many times, he's memorized them. But I think right now he switched to according to Jim. So, that could be so many things that you could add in. And, instead of also stressing too much about your health and the lab work and this and that, just be a little bit light about it and have fun with everything. I don't know. Like, I think that even when like, we can bring joy even when we are not going through something easy. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
it does. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you're going through something traumatic right now, in the moment, no, I don't think we're saying laugh and have fun and find joy. Like, move through those emotions, but on a day-to-day basis, we're all going to have moments where we're frustrated, we're in fear, we're in emotions that don't serve us, but shift out of them and don't take the situation too serious. It's not the end of the world. Like, think about, you brought up travels. We just got back from travels. I look at times where we've traveled and we missed a train. We got, delayed and missed a plane. Woke up late, missed a plane once. Like, all those things, but if you sit there and you hone in on, oh my gosh, the situation, it's such a big deal. It's not. Make light of the situation. Oh, I'm an idiot. I set my alarm clock wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, make light of some of those things and move on because the outcome is going to be potentially even better than if you're so focused on, oh my gosh, this thing happened and now I have to do this and this and this and this. It's just,
And sometimes it's okay to have plans change
yep,
because like let's go back to the missing the train. Maybe you missed the train and then you had planned something different and it turned out better
yep.
than what it is. Or you missed the train for a very valid reason. Something was going to happen on that train. I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
also always know that yes, you may have the plans. However, also be surprised with what is going to have the element of surprise. I know that we love to plan our day, we love to plan our lives, but sometimes surprise is fun, right? Also be open to plans changing and then being better. And I don't know, I was having a thought, but just it's just totally disappeared on me.
Well, I mean, you mentioned spontaneity, which I brought up earlier. What if you viewed that as a healing mechanism, right? Like, what if you
Mm-hmm.
said yes to something totally random today? Or what if you went and did something totally random? We plan so much in our lives, but when we can be spontaneous and surrender, letting go of control, which we've talked about this before, we have no control, that's healing. You're going to have so many more opportunities if you can just be spontaneous rather than sticking to these rigid schedules, not deviating from plans, not having fun. That's not the joy. That's not the fun.
Yeah, and right. And I think also differentiating the joy, like when we go back to something that is, that you're going through rough times, I get it, and that's totally understandable. However, you can also still bring joy to that. It doesn't have to be you go dancing and partying. It can be maybe switching your thoughts from something like, you know what, this is shitty, but I know that it'll all work out. Oh, that's what I wanted to add. I wanted to add like any situation that you're dealing with, positive, negative, shitty, crappy, whatever it is, think about it also. How much will it matter in a year, in 2 years?
Mm,
And if you look back and you're like, it won't matter in 5 years, then stop dwelling over it. Stop making it so heavy, right? If any situation will not matter in 5 years, or like that, let's say sometimes you said something and someone's like, oh my goodness, what are they going to think of me? Will this matter in 5 years? Will this matter in 1 year? If not, then just drop it. Forget
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think some takeaway things, which we've already discussed, but to really sit with and ponder, where are you taking life too seriously? Right? Because we're all doing it. Are you playing like you did as a kid? Right? Go blow bubbles in your milk or do whatever. Stick
Play pickleball.
a what?
Play pickleball.
Play pickleball. I mean, there's so many things that we did as kids that made light of
Go pick
situations.
flowers while you're on your walk, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's something simple. That's what I'm saying. Like I think that you and I love to make things simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it can be as simple as going out in nature and exactly like looking at the bugs or the rocks or throwing rocks, whatever.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, where are you making things heavier than they need to be? And this also goes back to everything, right? Our episodes are like compounded. I feel like you could just listen to these episodes on repeat and it's a coaching program in its own because we've
Hmm.
talked about stories. If you're someone that's like, no, I have to take life serious, I have to be a perfectionist, I have to do this. Okay, where are the stories coming from then? What stories are in the background telling you that you can't have more fun, that you can't have more joy, that you can't make things more lighthearted? And that's another episode we've done. So go back and look for the stories.
Yeah, I mean, you also mentioned perfect. What is perfect?
Doesn't
Because
exist.
because remember, what's perfect to you may not be perfect to me. Because you can tell me, oh, this thing is perfect, and I look at it, I'm like, it's not perfect to me,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So it's
because
also I feel perfection or how we define perfection is also based on our perspective, life
it is.
experiences, upbringings, etc. Right? So there isn't a perfection. There's nothing perfect other than there's a work in progress,
Hmm.
obviously, right? There is, yeah, like not even thinking about that, the whole, perfect or I need to make sure everything is correct and accurate, right? Like how we used to sometimes make spelling errors and people
Hmm.
point that out. Okay, fine, whatever.
Like when I write my emails and someone will be like, there's a typo. I'm like, great. I used to be so bothered. And now, like, I've mentioned, we've had spiritual mentors over the years, but one of them would always say 85% perfection is perfect. Like, nobody wants to be around a person that's always trying to be perfect, that doesn't make errors, because that
Yeah,
person is
like
fake. They don't exist. So,
absolutely. And even on social media, like a lot of people are moving away when they see somebody who is like portraying only a perfect life and not talking about their struggles or whatever it is. And it turns people off. It's like
mhm.
I don't need that. Like there's no way that your life is like that 24/7, right? So it's just important to just also, and then sometimes some days you mentioned that 85% is perfect, but the thing is sometimes like some days you may have that 10% and that's okay, and some days you may have the 100 or the 80 or whatever, and this is where we want you to think back on all areas of your life and see where you are making things heavy, because at the end of the day we are adding to our suffering.
Amen.
when we do this and we're constantly thinking about what other people think or how this is gonna look, or just try to have more joy and more fun in your life, in your daily, while you're making your tea, while you're washing the dishes, while you're cooking. Instead of saying, okay, you know what, just today I'm just gonna draw. No, I get it, draw, do whatever. But then add that joy into the, like while taking a shower, sing off tune, you know what I mean? Or like just, laugh at the situation. Like you said, if I missed the train, laugh at it to like, oh my goodness, seriously, I didn't look at whatever. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me? This.
Yeah, just go have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy things. Think back to
Light.
what you did as a child. Like you do
Float
just be
away with life.
well, and just because you're an adult doesn't mean that you have to live a boring life, right? It's like some of us
Hmm.
felt like, oh, I want to be a kid forever so I don't have to grow up. Why don't we want to grow up? Because we don't want to do adult things. Yeah, we all have responsibilities, but you can still have fun.
Yeah. And then schedule it.
Hmm.
I think that it's better to just add it little by little to your daily activities so it
Agreed.
becomes a habit and
And I think
then
it's
add the
also
big
just
things.
making light of certain situations, like you said. Like,
Mhm.
look at your day. Okay, I hate driving in the car. Okay, fine. You know what I've done? I listen to podcasts now, and I very much enjoy my drive time, even if I'm
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
in traffic. I've made light of it. I don't,
Oh, I
I,
love driving right now. And no matter how crazy
and
and
Denise
stuck
is
in
in
traffic I
California,
get.
guys. She's got traffic.
Oh my goodness. I know my mom and my grandma are constantly saying, like, oh my gosh, you're always driving. And then they worry about it more than I do. And I'm like, you know what? I'm enjoying it actually because I love, I listen to podcasts, but then sometimes when I am just want to be quiet, I will put on like these like sound baths music so I can kind of recenter and ground myself. And sometimes I talk to myself, right? Like I'd be like, okay, Denise, like, so what is this situation showing you? As if I'm talking to somebody, right? And sometimes what I do, it's really crazy, which I love doing that. But sometimes I call God on the phone. I'm like, okay, I'm talking to you. Like, what is this showing me? What are you showing me? And I'm like, dude, like, why did this happen? And this and that. Instead of like talking to you or talking to a friend, I'll do that. So no one's in the car to judge me to see. And then people from the outside, one, I don't care about them. And then two, everybody has Bluetooth and talking on the
Right?
car.
That's true. They're not going to know. You could
So
have
no one
a
looks
little kid in the
crazy.
back seat and you could be talking to them. So,
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I love doing that now. And no matter how much traffic there is, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. It gives me more time to
yeah.
finish this podcast episode, or whatever I'm listening to or I'm following up on. Or sometimes I use it to like catch up on leaving messages to people or calling certain people that had called me back or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I made light of it, even though California traffic is horrendous, horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
So
So go find something that's heavy. Go find something that you need to bring more fun, spontaneity, joy, whatever into.
yeah, just take off that huge backpack full of rocks. You don't need to carry it all the time. It's like sometimes everybody's carrying the weight of every single problem. Just let it go.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's like that doesn't mean you're bypassing it or you're ignoring it or being in denial. That just means that you, instead of making it heavy, you're making it light. So think where you can lighten the load
Yeah.
on yourself.
Or like the Frozen song, Let It Go.
Let it go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I get it. Sometimes if you have a problem that's weighing on you, you can't really let it go too much. I get that. I get it. I get it. We want you to let it go, absolutely. But then just little by little,
Hmm.
kind of like lighten it. I feel like if we say lighten the load, eventually you're letting it go.
You are.
Instead of just because sometimes, yeah, I can see people say, well, but I have this problem and it's, too much. Just lighten it.
Yeah.
Make it weigh less. Give it some Ozempic.
Throw a rock out of the backpack. Something. Okay.
Everybody's taking Ozempic now. Just give you problems on Ozempic. They'll shrink.
Oh my
You're like,
gosh.
wait a minute, it's so light now.
I love it.
See, we just
Uh,
made light of the situation. And it can be as simple as, you know what, this problem is heavy. Let's just, shoot it with some whatever peptides. Everybody's taking peptides now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, let's end with our breath. We're going to do the 4-7-8 because this is what I've been doing with my student as well. She loves it. The 4-7-8. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, release for 8. What is
I
our mantra for today?
I was gonna say I have a mantra. Um, I'm allowed to enjoy this.
Ooh, love it. I'm allowed to enjoy this. Alrighty, you know the drill. If you, oh, before we do that, if you have not checked out our course, make sure to check the show notes or the beginning 1%. This is exactly how you're going to lighten the load. This is exactly how you're going to add a little bit of fun and joy to your life. It's literally what, 11 bucks?
Yeah, it's very inexpensive, you guys.
It's
It's
very
like
inexpensive.
a
It's
cup of coffee and a gluten-free muffin. It's less than that.
absolutely. So it could be no, a cup of coffee and a gluten-free
I
muffin
said
could
it's
be a
less
little bit
than that.
more. Yeah, it says it now. Okay, good. Because I'm like, girl, less than that. So yeah, so make sure you check it out. The 1% shift that you need, the lightening the load that you need. This is exactly what we're giving you. Very light, very fun, and you can listen to it on your drive when you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah,
So, alrighty. So it is, I'm allowed to have fun, to
I'm
enjoy
allowed
this.
to enjoy this.
I'm allowed to enjoy this. Alrighty. You know the drill. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. But if you are not driving, you can go ahead and close your eyes. One hand on your heart, the other one on your belly. We're gonna inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm allowed to enjoy this. Again, one more round. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have the best fun and add joy. That's what you need. Vitamin J.
Yeah. So true. All right, guys. See you on the next episode.